Hello, guys, and welcome to the Phee Smee Show with Manly Mark. We are glad to be together with you guys. Glad for you guys to tune in on the Phee Smee Broadcast Network. How you doing today, Manly?
I just, for half a second thought, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to not talk this whole episode, not say a single word.
That would be fun for me.
Well, but
especially
if I didn't tell you I was doing that.
Yes,
how long would you have stared at me before you acted? Before you said, "What's going on?" Or what would you have actually done?
I would have continued to talk, and then if you spent the next hour just staring at me, we would have visited about it after we got off the air.
Okay, but so at no point would you have just said, "Hey, man, what's your deal?"
No, I wouldn't have done that. I would have thought you were in a trance.
Well, I don't know. I'm doing all right, Phee. I'm just glad to be here. 2 lime, rhyming, nickel, diamond.
Yeah, well, you enjoy the nickel and diamond and 2 lime for some reason.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just like the idea of a 2 lime rhyme.
No lemons, but limes.
No lemons, but lime, man.
But the actual what would you call it? A rap. The actual rap would be line, L-I-N-E.
Yeah, I suppose so.
2 line rhyming. Well, you do know that Saudi Arabia and France has already got 145 votes for the 2-state solution.
Okay, well, out of how many?
I think that's only 175, but they got enough to go into that United Nations meeting in September the 22nd, feeling really good.
Okay, so I wish it was already September 22nd so I could see what happens. Well, but the thing is, does anything ever happen?
Well, no, it won't happen that day.
No.
But when they start that process, I think something will happen before they actually get it signed.
Oh, well, I'm sure.
So,
oh, yeah, well, probably some false flag to distract the world.
There you go.
Probably a World War III.
Who knows what it'll be, but I think you probably hit the nail on the head.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not sitting here saying World War III is going to happen before September 22nd.
No.
But I wouldn't be surprised if there were at least some false flags around the world perpetuated by certain intelligence agencies to, throw that whole process into chaos.
Well, somebody, something, some way will throw it into total chaos. But on October the 7th in 2023, Hamas went across and started this war and this conflict. Now,
because they let them.
Yeah, the Palestinian Authority.
They let them go in there.
The president
had pre-warning.
I know the the Palestinian Authority president did offer a formal apology with Macron.
Oh, how nice!
Doing that. So that was they didn't really condemn it, but they did semi-condemn.
Yeah. Well, they knew it was going to happen, but they needed it to happen.
Yeah, everybody needed it to happen to usher in their Messiah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Or their mantra or whatever.
Well,
they want to call it,
Mahdi or the AI God or
right.
You need the destruction of the current world order to bring about whichever Messiah you're trying to bring about. Jewish Messiah could be the Chinese Messiah, whatever that is. If you're trying to bring Buddha back, you kind of got to have all this chaos. I mean, not that they're trying to bring Buddha back or Muhammad, but I don't know.
Trust me when I tell you they're trying to bring they're ushering something in.
Oh, they were ushering something.
When it comes to the holy war of since the beginning of time, it's going to be there to the end of time.
Yes, sir.
But I still, I think now what you're looking at is 2 competing entities for that world government.
Yeah.
You've got China and Russia and India and Iran on one side, and then you have the United Nations on the other, and the United Nations win. So in the end,
which ones are the good guys and which ones are the bad guys?
I don't know if either one of them are good because in the end we're going to be.
But isn't it interesting that we're so programmed to view it in that lens of good guy and bad guy?
Good and bad, good and evil.
One is obviously the good guys, and one is obviously the bad guys.
Yep. Until you start looking at it, and then you realize that
it's a whole lot more gray than that.
A whole lot more gray. We talked about the gray areas last night.
Interesting.
With my Phee Sports Ball with Sir Isaac the Guru. So,
hope you guys tuned into that.
Well, I tell you what, the boy can visit about sports. It was an hour and 49 minutes. I told him we'd go an hour, and that he needed to talk slow before it was over with. I was thinking he needs to talk faster, and we need to go 2 hours.
Yeah, that's funny.
Because he had 5 pages worth of notes, and I had another
Well,
live.
he was prepared then.
Yes, and I had another live show, and about 30 minutes after he he got out of here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, just think how good our shows might be if we had little notes.
Yeah, well, if you had 5 pages of notes, we never would get off the air.
Well,
Because where your notes are is between your ears.
well, I mean, if we were having enough traffic, and enough, like if we were had an operation somewhat similar like InfoWars, no reason I wouldn't be going live for 3 hours every day. Just hey guys, welcome to Man the Mark. Ooh, we got a good 3 hours for you. Got some good guests. We got some phone calls coming in. Ooh, be fun.
That's where we're going.
It'd be fun.
That's the road we're on right there.
Yeah.
How long it'll take there? We liable to run out of gas 2 or 3 times. Liable to have to walk over ravines and through streams to get to where we're going. But once we get there, we're going to stay.
Sometimes you got to.
Sometimes you got a nickel and dime, and sometimes you just got a
2-lime rhyme.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, right here on the Phee Smee Network. It's a Friday. Anytime it's a Friday, normally we have problems here. But today, no problems whatsoever. We just get up in the morning, we rock and roll, and we just show up. And the things that happen before we come on the air don't matter anymore, do they?
Me and Phee got in a fist fight. That's what he's trying to say.
That's right. Well, I broke my glasses.
Yeah. He said something about my mama, so I slapped him.
Well, the only thing I'd say about your mom is that she's a beautiful lady.
I'm just teasing.
But anyway, you told me you were going to fix my glasses.
I forgot.
And you forgot. You notice you have a lot of things on your mind, and you forget.
I forget a lot of things.
When it comes to climbing in my
I ran
window,
a stop
got a key.
I ran a stop sign yesterday. I almost died.
Again, that's what just we're thinking about something else. Just drove right through.
Yeah, it wasn't looking at my phone or nothing. I was literally looking ahead, but my mind was just. My eyes were looking, but my mind was not.
I do that about twice a year. I almost did it a couple of months ago. I was driving. I saw the stop sign, and I just drove. And I thought I was just going to drive right through it. And I thought, well, that's a stop sign.
Yeah, spooky.
I've been on that road 100 times, But,
spooky feeling.
For that time, my mind was someplace else because you normally recognize the stop sign.
Yeah.
But in some cases you don't.
Yeah. Come on
So
now.
Did you almost have a wreck?
Yeah, I was pulling a trailer full of lumber, so that meant what?
You ran a stop sign with a trailer full of lumber.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Well, yeah, I had to. It was like one of those.
Thank you, Lord.
Slam on my brakes, so I didn't T-bone somebody.
Goodness gracious, the boy's going nuts all the time.
Yeah, I'm just always having a bad time.
You're having problems with that vehicle. You're so thankful for a vehicle, and then it gets to where it's just normal. And then all of a sudden you start having problems, and you think, man, having car problems is a problem.
Yeah.
But as long as you can get around, everything tends to be fine, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Well, what else you got going on today, Mark? I know it's Friday. I know people are fixing to go up. Arkansas is playing Arkansas State, so the state of Arkansas is getting geared up for a football or a sports ball game that you don't care anything about.
Mm-hmm. No, but it'll be just interesting to see the aftermath.
You're pulling for the Redwoods.
I wouldn't say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think the missing minute in the Epstein jail video actually shows?
That sucker's slipping out of there, man.
You think he's still alive?
I kind of do. I mean, I'm not going to say that's my definite opinion, but too many odd things for him either not to have been just murdered outright or him slipped out. So, I mean, which one it is, I'm not sure, but there was some definite things that happened, or things that they talked about when it all happened that they weren't talking about now, like the missing minutes or because they were supposedly released the footage just a few weeks ago, but then people on the internet were pointing out, well, this wasn't the footage you released when he actually died, and people are proving that you guys just spliced together a bunch of the same stuff to just make it look like one continuous. It's like, come on now, come on. So whether he slipped out or
one of the two.
Somebody
murdered him.
Yeah, or someone slipped in.
There's
yeah.
the minute.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do they think they're going to get away with that now? I mean, we're sorry, but we just spliced the tape. We forgot this portion of the tape.
Yeah, people just forget that stuff. I don't know why. Don't know why. I mean, I don't know.
Everybody but you.
Well, yeah, but I don't know, man.
What do you think? In your opinion, you think Epstein is still alive?
I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if he was dead, I wouldn't be surprised. If he's alive, I wouldn't be surprised. One or the other, obviously. It has to be one or the other. But again, I think he either made a slip or, again, they sent someone in there to kill him. Slid and then slid a.
He was slipping and sliding right out of there.
Slipped a cadaver in there.
Man, wonder if they just put a mask on him or something, or
I don't know, because like they're very shortly after that. I saw this video. I don't know when it came out, but this is after he was supposed to be dead. But someone flew a drone on the Epstein Island, and the workers on there, and took a picture of a guy that looked, and it's kind of blurry, of course, but looked his physical description kind of looked like Jeffrey Epstein. So
even if it had been him, they could have just inserted his image in the picture.
Well,
I mean, you got me now where you don't believe anything you see, or you hear, or you read.
Yeah, and you're still at the point where it's like every single thing you see is like so crazy and mind-boggling that it's just like, okay, yeah.
Well, I mean, I just hadn't had the reps and the deception of everything that I look at now. I have to decide or determine whether.
Well, and that's why you got to be careful with it, because it's like a lot of that stuff is purposefully misinformation or purposefully skewed.
Yes. 90% right and 10% to lead you on a different path.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know that President Trump had ordered a war on drugs with the drug cartels.
Good.
And they actually hit a ship carrying 11 supposedly drug traffickers. Now the international law is coming into effect with them not stopping the boat, not seizing the drugs.
I saw people being mad about that. But it's like, so I don't know if they used a missile or what, but some people said they used I just saw one post of someone suggesting, and it could be completely wrong, but using a directed energy weapon. Wouldn't that be wild?
Really?
They probably would assume they probably just used a missile, but it'd be wild though if they just zapped that.
Did you see the video of them zapping it?
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't tell if it was just an explosion or a laser was zapping them, but either way, sure wouldn't. I don't know if I'd rather get exploded or just vaporized with a directed energy weapon that, something feels hot on me, and then ow, and then zap.
I think you probably, from a pain standpoint, it would be over pretty quick either way.
I just don't ever want to experience that kind of thing.
No. Blowing up is not something that most people would think that would be a good death.
Yeah, I mean,
it might be a good death. It might be instantaneous.
Yeah, but I just still don't want to experience it.
Well, instantaneously, you wouldn't experience long.
I don't know, man.
I think thinking about it maybe what bothers you worse than.
Would
you rather get killed by 10,000 paper clips or one bullet to the head?
Just not neither.
Neither.
I
figured you'd say I'll just take the paper clips. That way, it gives me more time to think about trying to get away.
Maybe. Yeah, probably. But shoot, neither. I just don't. I don't want to be in a place that's going to get exploded, or be around someone that's going to detonate, or some. I don't know, man. Spooky.
In all these wars, they utilize all these kids and women as far as distractions.
Well, not just artillery shells. Yeah. That sucks. You just hunker down in a little bunker, just. Hey, let me go see if it's clear. Oh, there went Jimmy. No. Or they just hit your bunker and you're just exploding and dead.
Or your arm is laying over there.
Yeah. I've seen several videos of a war in Ukraine. It's been a few years ago. Just guy get his legs blowed off, just still trying to crawl around, man. Spooky.
Well, I mean, I hit a cow on the road. This big truck. It was in February. I don't know, maybe 15 years ago now, or 10 years ago, 15 probably. But anyway, I was driving down 59 from Siloam Springs to Van Buren at night, and I was listening to the Arkansas-Florida basketball game. It said Arkansas 6, Florida 2, and my car just exploded. And it was an 18-wheeler came by and hit 2 black Angus cows, fully grown, huge cows. One of them he knocked completely off the road. The other one was laying on a blacktop road, laying long ways. Yeah. And it's night. Yeah. And it's raining. So if I'd have hit that cow on the right tire or the left tire, it would have flipped me, killed me. But I hit it right in the middle, and it flew up. The airbag went out, and the first thing I did when it boom, and I flew off the ground and landed, I looked at my arms to make sure I still had my arms, because I thought somebody just blown up my vehicle. So 2 weeks later, guy dead in a car wreck, hitting a cow. I was like, thank you, Lord. It's just another opportunity for me to say thank you, Lord.
I go, yeah, but just the idea that you're thinking, who would put a bomb in my car?
Yeah,
it's just funny.
Yeah, I just looked at my arms like, okay, I still got them. Thank you. That's the first thing I did, because it knocked my arms right off that steering wheel pretty good, and it exploded right in my face. But anyway, that was quite a. Most people say, well, I hit deers. I said, well, yeah, but I hit cows. So most people think they're walking across the road and I can't see them, but that's not the case. They were already dead, laying in the road, and they were black and the blacktop road.
Well, the fact that you're giving me the excuse that someone would use makes your story seem a little sus.
Well,
you already gave me this.
A little sus. Huh?
Yeah, you've already given me the excuse someone would use.
Yeah, that's what happened. So whether it was my fault, the cows, the farmer's insurance paid for the vehicle. So therefore, I feel very confident that it was not my fault.
I'm not saying it was your fault. I'm just simply saying you gave a good story, and then hurt its credibility by saying, now some people say I just couldn't see a cow walking across the road, and then I hit it. And then I'm sitting there thinking, why would you say that if that wasn't even the case at all?
Yeah, well, I've never even thought about hitting a cow crossing the road standing up. I think I could see that. Then again, you can't see a stop sign with a trailer full of lumber.
No, I can't.
So who knows what happened in that situation. Venezuela fighter jets fly over U.S. Navy ship in show of force.
Yeah, I saw that. What do you think about that?
Why are they Chinese planes?
I don't know, but like what?
Because Venezuela's jets, I don't think really want to play with the United States Navy.
No, but what are they going to do? Start shooting the ships?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Flying over the ships doesn't, they'd wave, I guess, if they go by.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's a show of force.
Yeah, I don't really know, because it'd be like.
And why didn't our ships just blow them out of the sky?
Well, because
they weren't showing any threats.
Well, yeah, and I probably either just then the options are Venezuela has to start attacking us, or they have to back down, which probably wouldn't do. But I don't know. I mean,
with China and Russia over there, and all that oil over there. You got to remember, the only reason anybody cares anything about Venezuela is they got the biggest oil reserves in the world. So anytime that you got to look behind the scene and follow the money.
That belongs to America.
Well, go get it. That's
Sounds like we are. We're on our way.
Well, you got 80% of those cartels that are occupying Mexican territories, and that Mexican president and President Trump are going to have. They're going to have some real problems if the United States military starts going into Mexico.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I mean, it's liable to happen, though, folks.
Liable?
It's liable to happen,
liable,
folks.
too.
It's liable to happen, folks.
But so Venezuela, China, Russia are all on the same side.
It'd be wild if they took Texas back.
Huh?
It'd be wild if Mexico took Texas back.
Well, would you like that? Because you're not a big Texas fan.
No, I wouldn't like that. I mean, now just in terms of like the novelty of the chaos that ensues, it's kind of interesting to think about. But just as far as like, no, I don't hate Texas to the point where it's like, yeah, take them back, Mexico. It's just when I'm driving down the road and I see a Texas license plate, I just think, great, But then if it was like as far as brotherly solidarity, I stand with the Texans. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But, I don't know. It's more of like I prefer Arkansas over Texas kind of thing.
Well, of course, most people prefer the state that
Well,
they've
yeah,
lived
naturally.
in their whole lives.
Naturally.
Against their sports ball rivalry.
I don't care about no sports ball.
That. But most people, when they look at a Texas license plate and they like football, they think, oh, I don't like Texas.
Oh, well.
But you look at a Texas license plate, not caring anything about sports, and still don't like the folks just because they're from Texas.
Yeah.
I've always liked Texas. I spent a lot of time in Texas all my life, so I'm not a hater of Texas.
No, I'm not a hater either.
Well, you don't like their license plates.
No, no, they look better than Arkansas license plates, but I don't know. I don't like Texas drivers. Go away is what I say.
Go away.
Or all the Texas people that come to Arkansas colleges, go away. Go away.
Well, they get free in-state tuition.
Well, pitiful. Go away.
So the University of Arkansas, that's one of their big draws in the Dallas area is they give them in-state tuition.
Manly says go away.
Well, go away.
Go
or
away.
Pay the out-of-state tuition.
Yeah, pay the out-of-state tuition. Fools.
Well, I see China's new missiles, tanks, and drones as it aims to rival the U.S. Did you see that parade?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looked like they had some pretty cool stuff. I mean, I think the parade looked a lot cooler than ours, honestly. Hate to say it. I mean, I'm down. I'm not down with the China government or the communists. I don't like them one bit. Don't like them at all. At all. But they sure looked a whole lot cooler than we did.
They put on a real good, nice parade, and the AI equipment that would know anybody actually manning the aircraft or the drones or the tanks and all those robotics humanoids that look like Star Wars. I mean, they just patterned it off the Star Wars white
That's
helmets
weird,
and stuff.
man.
Didn't they do that?
Yes.
And,
Spooky.
I mean, it's like everybody still talks about 1984 and that book, but the Star Wars, what they're trying to do now over with the physicists over in Europe by 2040, trying to split that atom again to give them that space travel, spacecraft travel that they're looking for, and I believe they'll get that done. If they don't get it done before then,
No, man, I don't know.
I just don't think we're going to be here around 2039.
Well,
So,
we'll see if we are.
that's 14 years from now. So if we're here 14 years from now and I'm still living, that'd put me right at 75 years old.
Well, what would you be thinking then?
I'd be thinking, thank you, Lord. I'd be 75 years old, and we still. That means I'd probably have some grandbabies that were growing up.
Yeah.
And so my goal is, as long as I live, is to tell people about my vision and try to help them and coach them and be around my dadgum grandbabies. Grandpappy Phee.
Come on now, Grandpappy Phee.
Grandpappy Phee. I hope they'll probably cut that to Pappy Phee.
Yeah, probably.
And then maybe it'll go to Pappy Smee. And before long, it'll probably just go to Pappy or Phee.
Oh, that's okay.
But either way, as long as they're calling my name.
Come on now. Come on.
I'll be happy, and that'll excite me.
Come on now.
I can't wait. I guess your mother's excited about being a grandmother, but she's been a grandmother for several years.
Yeah.
All your brothers, right?
Yeah, more or less. I wouldn't say excited, but she exists.
Well, I'm sure she's excited.
Well, excited enough to drive to your house to see him? No, but I'm not in a mean way. Just she's excited, I guess, but not Phee Smee excited.
Right.
Right.
It's not a top priority to her like it is to me.
Well, no.
So I want to be an active part.
But I just think that's just the family dynamic. Didn't even really bother. It didn't bother me. So I say that just very factual. Like,
well, I mean, I had a grandmother that I saw, 3 times a year. So she's definitely seeing your children more than 3 times a year.
Yeah.
So and then I had one to live with me that I saw every day. So there's the difference.
Yeah, makes sense.
But how many grandkids how many nieces and nephews do you have?
Man, I don't know. 3. That's it. 3.
3. Well, all your brothers, they're 35 to 28 or 29.
29. Yeah.
So,
why are you giving so much of my information out, man?
well, I'm sorry.
But I'm saying you're using very specific numbers and metrics.
Okay. Well, the numbers and metrics, I apologize for.
But
I didn't mention any names, so
well,
I thought
I'm just saying,
well.
Phee.
I thought I was doing well.
Phee should, but these are things you just have to know, man.
I don't know them.
Because they could probably get my social security number now with that information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they're trying to do.
I'm serious.
Well, and there's no question about that. U.S. won't kill drug smugglers if their countries cooperate, Rubio says.
Well, who cares if we kill the drug smugglers?
I was wondering what is the advantage of telling people that?
Yeah, well, I think it's just, hey, quit throwing a fit. If you're not going to deal with these drug smugglers yourself, then we will. That's what I think that means.
I think it's all about fentanyl. I've told people that.
Well, they're treating it like it's an act of war.
Yes. And I think that's a smart thing to do from the United States.
I do too.
But they're using Nixon's rhetoric about we're going to have a war on drugs, and then every president since then has been talking about a war on drugs. He just decided he declared a war on drug
traffickers,
which
is a good
cartels. Because fentanyl's killing 257 people.
So what do you think those guys thought? We might get caught, but they'll just pull us over on the boat and send us back to Venezuela. Yeah. What do you think they were thinking when they realized the last? I don't know if they just even saw it coming.
Maybe a second.
Well, I just don't know if they I don't know what kind of weapon it was, but I just wonder if they thought, oh no, we're being watched, they're surveilling us. I don't know if they just knew what was up before it happened, or like you said, just a second of, oh man.
That's it. Yeah, I think it would probably be. That's how quick it would be.
I don't know.
But there's something going on in that Venezuela, U.S. conflict with China and Russia and India wanting to get involved so quick, and it has to do with those oil reserves. And then you've got, anytime that you have India going back and forth between the United States and China, they've really not had a good relationship with China in a long time.
No.
So that really has got to be bothering the United States officials.
I'm sure.
And making them a little nervy, especially with them throwing 50% tariffs on them. And then Russia completely just continues to bombard Ukraine. And Putin just came out and said, now, you can come to the table and we can end it, or I will end it. One of the two.
Well, I know, because it's at this point, why should Putin end it if he knows or believes that Ukraine can't last that much longer without a wider involvement from other people?
Which is what is going to happen with NATO, and then that's going to have escalate, and that's the direction we're going right now. Whether that's a month, 3 months, or 5 months before it comes to a head, it's not going away. Yeah, I don't think that you're going to have the Venezuela drug cartels of Latin America decide after a week, okay, we're good, thank you. We'll stop doing that.
No.
We've got enough money now, we'll retire, and y'all leave us alone.
That's what I would do if I was in that situation right now. Some drug cartel leader, I'd be like, yeah, I'm getting out of this now, and just go retire in my villa.
And it'd probably be halfway around the world on an island. We could handle that money, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, I'd have a good time. I'd just be like, okay, second Compancho, you're in charge, dude. I'm out.
Send me a kilo a month.
Well, no, I'm not. I don't want no connections at that point.
Yeah, you'd like to eliminate where you lie to them and tell them you're going west when you're going east.
Duh.
You got anything over there?
No, I hadn't even been looking, man.
Well, you've got the world's worst bet. Bill Clinton looks back on the world he built. What do you think about Bill Clinton and Al Gore? Now, Al Gore's still around,
Idiots.
too.
They're just fools, man.
They're fools, huh?
Yeah, man, the whole NAFTA.
No American did more to lay the groundwork for the 21st century globalization than Bill Clinton.
As a New World Order agenda, man.
As the 42nd President of the United States, the leader of the world's largest economy and sole superpower, he shepherded a historic North American trade deal through Congress and celebrated China's entry into the World Trade Organization. There's your World Health Organization, World Global Organization, World Trade Organization.
Who was the guy before him? Bush? Oh, and that's the guy who said we're ushering in a New World Order. And it's like, well, yeah, Clinton was in. That was all.
Republicans are Democrats. They've been going back since World War II. They control both parties. They want you to fight about the red or the blue. They win no matter what. And then you got a monkey in the a wrench in the dadgum cog when Donald Trump wins, because he's not the globalist.
Nope. No, I think he's surrounded by globalists.
Yes. Yeah. And there's definitely deception at the highest level with the White House.
Always.
But they also have to do that. You just can't give people on Tuesday your plays you're going to run on Saturday.
No.
So the people in the stands, they bought the tickets. They're watching. They feel like that they need to know the truth right then. But in reality, it's a game that we're trying to win.
Come on.
Let's try not to telegraph our plays.
No.
And that's a. But yeah, Bill Clinton, then He shepherded his historic North American trade deal through Congress and celebrated China's entry into the World Trade Organization. You know the United Nations wins because of Scripture, but this is going to be when you have Iran backed by China and Russia, and Venezuela backed by Iran and Russia, and China
and India. You know, the two countries with the largest population.
Yes.
Now, I mean, whether or not it's productive population, that's another story.
Yeah. And then there's a third of the population that's going to be dead after World War III.
Well,
there's a lot of people in those two countries.
I hope that those populations combined are a third.
Yeah, no, they won't be, but
they'll take a large majority.
A big dent out of that.
Well, I hope. Well, but according to the world puppet leaders, most of the casualties will come from the European and North American countries.
Well,
if you look into their statistics, I'm serious, and they give reasons why for each people group, essentially.
Well, 2.8 billion people will be dead, or 2.7 billion people will be dead. There's not near that kind of population in North America.
I know, but that means that a lot of the population of that could be subsumed in that third. Is what I'm saying. And with this whole moving the third world into the first world, you know, this okay, not only do you have like climate migration, but you're going to have more war migration. Essentially, they're going to kill us off and replace us with third world people. That's the whole point. Duh.
Yeah, that like basic income.
Yeah,
and a 15-minute city.
Yes, willingly accept that thing.
Don't have to drive. They'll be taking paint to have that.
Yeah, I'm serious, and I mean, it's not a. I mean, that's why they're flooding America and Europe right now, and that when a third of the world, or you know, I mean, whether it's the third of the world biblically that's happening, or a separate thing that's just their global depopulation effort.
There is a huge behind-the-scenes effort for depopulation.
Yes, their whole point is that they want to. You know, I showed on the Georgia Guidestones. They want a population of 500 million. Yeah. Well, that they have. If you look more into their research, they go into who will be composed of the 500 million. Very few of those are North American whites and European people. Very, very few. So I'm just saying, they're already thinking and planning for it. So whether that's both of those are the third of the people dying or they're separate events, I don't know. I'm just saying it's coming. One or the other.
Well, it's coming. It's coming out of that Euphrates River with Iraq, Iran, Syria, and Turkey, and it's going to kill a third of mankind. And I have a feeling that between China and Russia and India on one side and the European Union, and that's where America will be at the beginning, and then in the end, whatever's left, they'll be fighting against America. So
it's gonna be a spooky time, y'all.
And you know what Putin's already said: if any NATO weapon is found in Russia, that war will be escalated immediately. So
I mean, that wouldn't be very fun.
Can you see him sending a missile over to Paris and London? Because boy, I tell you what, that'll shake the world up real quick.
Yeah, I don't know what happened then, man. I don't know. I don't know if he'd do it or not.
Well, if NATO wants to try to invade Ukraine in the territories and areas that he's taken from Ukraine.
Well, because did you see anything about the Putin speech or what he came out and was talking about?
I read a Putin speech, but that was last week. I haven't read one the last day.
Okay, well, he came out and talked yesterday or something.
Okay, what did he say?
Well, I don't know. I don't know now, but just. Well, I can't. I just assumed maybe you'd see it, but just was essentially talking about stuff. That's as much as I could say, but.
Well, the last time I heard Putin talk, he was addressing and saying that the NATO forces would be met with a fierce resistance if they did that, and that would expand the war. That Zelensky needs to come to the table. And they need to put an end to it, or that Putin would end it.
Yeah, well, the only way Putin's going to meet with Zelensky is if Zelensky goes to Moscow.
That's correct, and that's what he invited him to. I don't think Zelensky's going to Moscow.
No.
Do you?
No, probably not.
They wouldn't kill him, though.
No, probably not. They might poison him. Some people think some of what's happening with Donald Trump's health problems and scares are because Putin poisoned him. You know, now I mean,
It's a long effect.
Well, they have these
death,
they have these poisons and stuff that can take long times to affect you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Time released poisons.
Well, I don't know if I'd say time released or just.
He's over in Saudi Arabia and they have some wine or whatever. He doesn't drink wine, but they have some water.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, 6 months later, he's dead.
Yeah, or you just paint a little bit on his cup that he's going to drink out of, and
Once you touch that.
Yeah, absorbs into his skin, and I mean, I don't know. They just got stuff, man.
They've got all kinds of stuff because they can have anybody have a heart attack anytime they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Folks died of a heart attack.
They can. There's even people who claim that the government. Now, this is like super schizo people. Maybe. That claim the government actually does, like burn spots on them, or like use microwave technology to target the individual people. I don't know if you ever heard about these people. I mean, it's kind of like the same line of people who say stuff like, the government put a tracker in me. They're tracking me. And that kind of thing. But they're harassing me. Making my ears ring, putting thoughts in my head. This kind of stuff. It sounds crazy, but then you hear all this other stuff, and you're just like, huh.
Well, they've got technology now with these neurinos they're smaller than neurons. They can pass through atoms. They're particles in the air, and they pass through your humans, and they can actually attach to the brain waves and through different frequencies have thoughts entering their mind.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's pretty doggone. That's what were you calling it? Blue beam or something?
Project Blue Beam. Oh yeah. Well, they can
remote viewing.
Yeah, it's a connected remote viewing, but Project Blue Beam. But yeah, the claim is there's technology that already exists where they can just essentially beam thoughts into your head, or beam a voice like you're hearing it from I'm Jesus Christ, worship the devil instead of me. Okay, Jesus, or whatever. I'm Buddha.
Send him away.
Yeah, or
in the straitjacket.
Well, yeah, that. But if it's a large scale thing, then it probably would be the Jesus thing. But yeah, that technology exists. Spooky. Well, and I think I even saw that they filed patents to where they're trying to figure out how to send ads to your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And it's like,
so
how
you're dreaming and you're watching Sweeney in her jeans.
Now I'd be okay with that.
That's what I was thinking.
I'd be okay with that, but or it's kind of like the idea. that sucks because you're like, man, they're even getting in my dreams now. But or like whenever they figure out how to have like satellite billboards, and then instead of just the nice night sky, be just littered with McDonald's, shop Amazon, or whatever. It's
they can do that now.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's coming. It's coming. It's just gonna suck because it's just dystopian future.
Can't you see them over somebody's house? Will even put happy birthday, 7th birthday to little Samantha.
Yeah.
And that'll be a good way for them to start advertising.
Mm-hmm.
Then next thing you know, it'll be McDonald's, Amazon.
Mm-hmm. It's coming, folks.
Well, they had a report on McDonald's the other day. That's you can just leave a French fries and a hamburger out.
Oh, you didn't know that? You didn't know that?
Yeah, I'd heard of it before.
People in high school would bring a burger or something, and then when we were seniors at the end of it was still on the shelf, and we'd be looking at it. You know what I'm saying? And it just looked like a McDonald's hamburger.
Man, do you know how many young people have eaten at McDonald's?
Oh, it's good food, man. I'm getting more coffee. I got to.
Good. Enjoy yourself with the coffee. Also, because of this Ukraine-Russian war, Russia now has more amputees, and they lead the world in robotics for limbs. And so a lot of people over there with these drones, Ukraine must have some very advanced drones to where they actually are blowing arms and legs off of Russian soldiers. So they lead the world now in replacement limbs for robotics because of this Ukraine-Russian war, Mark.
Do we think they're getting STDs because they're homos?
No, I think they're leading it in their robotics and their limbs because they're getting blown off in these drones.
No, but you said the STDs, right? Did you talk? Oh, you didn't talk about STDs at all?
No, I was talking about the Russia leading the world now in artificial limbs.
Oh, okay. Well,
because of the Ukraine
I had
war.
seen the soldiers were just like a super increase in like
Yes,
AIDS and stuff.
That came out about 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
Russian soldiers, there was an epidemic.
Is that because they're homos or something, or using drugs or what? I could more so see drugs.
The source that they claimed was an anonymous source said it was needles.
I could see that.
But of course, if it was the other homosexual activity, I don't think they'd be broadcasting that.
No.
So who knows what the truth is?
I just wouldn't
there.
use someone else's needle.
Well,
I'd just be using a spoon or something. I don't know what drugs or how you use drugs, but if I can't, I'm not using a needle, especially if it's from like, hey, you're the 57th person in the last 3 minutes to use this. Okay.
Well, that's blood chemistry, baby.
Well, but even back in the day, like I don't know, probably in the 40s, 50s, they just line soldiers up and just psh, 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 psh. You know what I'm saying? Same needle. I mean, it's not unheard of. But now it is because
before AIDS, it probably was very, very prevalent.
Yeah, or a lot less, or a lot more prevalent. Yeah. Thanks, government, for inventing AIDS. They did. It didn't come from monkeys or come on.
I hope not. But
they created that thing, man.
The whole goal in all of this stuff is to put out so much misinformation.
Well, or
nobody knows what to believe.
Have you ever heard about Fauci in the gay bathhouses, in his AIDS research, or how the scandals that he was involved with during the AIDS epidemic?
No,
Fauci?
I did not. Tell me
no. Well, I mean, I don't know that much about him, but like pushing these drugs that then ended up being the thing that were killing a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Like the vaccines.
Like the vaccines, yes, but just there's a whole story, just whole scandals about Fauci in the AIDS epidemic, and how he had to go to the gay bathhouses personally to conduct research of how this was spreading. Huh.
Well, I think if you're interested in that type of research, that you probably should go in there and do it yourself. I don't know. I've been in plenty of bathhouses.
Well,
The Hot Springs Bathhouse Road.
You heard it here first.
That's
Phee
right.
and Fauci are tight.
Me and Phee and Fauci, like two peas in a pod.
In the 70s and 80s, they were running around together.
Yeah, man, that's right. I have to tell you that me and Fauci, I don't believe have ever crossed paths.
Oh, well.
But I have met Dan Fouts, which was,
Couldn't tell you who that
Fauci.
was. Couldn't tell you who that was.
He's a quarterback for the San Diego Chargers back in the
Oh, you met a guy who was good at throwing a ball. I'm so happy.
Impressive for you. It's
Well,
impressive.
but I'm just saying,
he was
like,
glad
come
to
on.
meet me, Mark.
Yeah, okay. But I'm just saying, like, we get excited to meet these people. Oh, but it's like,
I don't
this
get
guy's
excited about
well-
meeting anybody. I just was telling you that I've never met Fauci, but I've met Fouts.
I'm speaking in general, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm not hurting Phee.
Well, President Trump is growing more and more pessimistic by the day that Ukraine and
Isn't everyone
Russia.
getting pessimistic?
I have a feeling that's what we told them here at the Phee Smee Network
Yeah.
before they had the meeting in Alaska.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. Well, first off, we did say nothing was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I think, Manly Mark always, he will stick to the nothing's ever going to happen until
Well,
it
because
does,
it's
and
like-
then he'll say, it finally happened.
And until the 24-hour news cycle starts getting a little slow, then something kind of happens.
Maybe 23 and a half hour news cycle now.
Yeah. Well, now that is true now because time is
Slipping
into the future.
You like that song too?
Yeah, Steve Miller Band's really good. Now, were they probably controlled music to indoctrinate the minds of the people? Yeah, probably, but I tap my foot to them every time.
What do you think about RFK's fiery response in front of Congress?
I thought he did great. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I saw a clip last night while I was listening to Alex Jones, and this woman was just attacking him, and he just essentially said, "You're lying. You're just lying, woman." And I thought, good for him. But as far as if he said anything super crazy, I didn't get to listen to the whole thing. Do you got anything on that?
He did not say anything real crazy, but he did get grilled by what I would say is big pharma's
Lackeys?
representatives in our Congress.
Well, did he? Is he still going to come out later in the month and doing some announcements or something?
Donald Trump is really excited about knowing the reason why autism is gone from 1 in 10,000 to 1 in 30 or 1 in 25.
Sounds like RFK Jr. has an idea.
I think he does too, and I think the other side is going to disagree with him.
Oh, 100%. Well, they're gonna
Then they're going to fight back and forth.
well, they're gonna essentially what's the word? Double down and be like, well, I'm gonna give my kids double vaccines just to prove you're wrong. And then in 20 years, whenever a majority of the people stop giving vaccines and have lower incidences of autism, then they'll be like, oh no, what have I done to my kids? But it'll be too late at that point.
Boy.
But they'll never admit it. No, because
they'll
then
they'll admit it if it was 30 years from now.
well,
just
no,
like
but they might
everything
not.
else.
But they just might. They might just know deep down that they might be to blame, but they'll never just actually fully take that as a as a responsibility of theirs. If that makes sense.
It makes
Well, it's the
perfect
same
sense.
thing with the people who said, I had to get the COVID vaccine. No, you didn't. It might have cost you your job, your friends, your social circle, but you didn't have to do anything.
Right.
You chose, you counted the costs, and you chose.
You're accountable for
Yes.
being led.
Yes. Now,
I'm accountable for being led. You were the gentleman. See, I was.
and that's okay, because, it's like I do this. I mean, you do the same thing with a lot of things every day, right? You think, well, is this worth this or this or that? Sure. But I just mean,
Everybody gambles in
yeah,
their
because
life.
to some people, the vaccine was worth their job. The vaccine was worth their social circle.
And they haven't had any problems yet.
No, and I'm not any better because I just would have, sacrificed. Any job or any friend or anything, for it. I'm not any better, but
Or you'd have poked somebody's eyes out.
well, yeah, but I just can't be shepherded in that way. You can't manipulate me by saying, well, we're going to take away this way. Good, I don't need it.
Yes.
Oh, we're going to make you do this.
I
Good.
do admire that about you. Very few people
Well.
have those type of real core beliefs, but you're one of them that if
Well,
they
I
said,
don't
hey, if you don't take the vaccine, you'll be fired, you'd say, well, you don't have to fire me. Here's the...
Well, yeah, it's just not. But the thing is, it's not even wouldn't even be an internal struggle. It's just, well, you made the decision for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm not putting in something in my body I don't believe
Yeah.
in just to keep a job
Yeah.
that you're trying to force me to do.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
nurses with 2 kids
Yeah,
or
I mean,
single,
what are they gonna do?
Would say, I have to have the money to take care of my kids,
Mm-hmm.
and they're telling me it's safe.
Right, but I'm not hating on them.
No, you're not.
But I just,
But
they
your
made me. I
point
had
was
to.
You're not going to be shepherded in. Where I'm telling you, 90% of the folks out there are shepherded in.
Well, yeah, and they just need not be.
Well, that's a tough cultural shift that happens over a period of time. They don't
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
even see it coming. They don't even know they've been shepherded in.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know.
They're
That's what I'm
being
saying.
led without being known
I think
they're led.
most people aren't going to realize they've worshipped the beast. They've taken the mark until
It's over. Checkmate.
yeah, it's over. You realize after the fact because it's, as I say often, these small decisions that we make day to day that we're going to shrug our way into it. Okay, whatever. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
So
You
it's-
would have said no.
I hope, unless I've already said yes. Maybe we've all already said yes.
Well, this Finland, I'm telling you about this guy. He's young. He's intelligent. He's doing a lot in Finland, but I think he can actually come out of this time period as a real world leader.
You think so?
I do. I think he's very impressive to Trump,
Mm-hmm.
and then he goes over there and handles this European
Right,
Union
right.
stuff. But Finland has come out and also in support of the two-state solution with Palestine. So you're gonna have a real fight in the next 30 to 60 days in that area, and I just don't believe Israel between now and then is just going to sit there and do nothing.
No.
And I don't think China and Russia are going to sit there and do nothing if the European Union goes into
And all this
Russia.
Venezuela stuff and China stuff that's happening, the parade and the Venezuela stuff is the perfect cover for
Perfect cover.
Israel to do something we just won't hear about till after the fact.
Perfect cover for any of them to do anything. When you have those kind of world leaders spending 3 days together, they can send their staff away. They can send their folks. They can talk where there's no Shoot, they're talking about immortality.
Yeah, they're talking. Well, and that's why they're walking down the street.
What do you think they're talking about? Oh, they're talking about regenerative medicine and building your own organs and immortality. Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
That's your world leaders. Is that what you talk about when you say we're not a part of that elitist fraternity?
Yes.
Or are they not a part of the elitist fraternity?
They are.
Are they?
Well, yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, maybe not the highest levels of where they're the supreme witch or whatever, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they're definitely in it if they're talking about what they're talking about. Hey, you talking about Putin and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely in that. The world elite, man.
Well, you always talk about.
There's levels of it for sure.
Levels of it
for sure.
So I didn't know if Trump and Putin. You do know that they're a part of the elite. They're world leaders.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
I'm talking about of the puppet masters that are driving the scenes. You got to figure that either they're involved and playing, or they're not involved, but they're still playing again.
Yeah. I think
they're
they're
not naive to the
no,
fact.
and I think they're kind of kicking against the world puppet masters, unless it's just all again a game like the Republicans, Democrats.
Yeah,
same thing.
Pick red or blue.
Same thing.
Pick Pepsi or Coke.
Same thing. But then I mean, it might even go to the scale of, oh well, there's World War III and it's the BRICS nations versus the United Nations. Well, what if there's still a guy pulling the strings behind that? It's like even that's probably, well, crap, the same guy, the same thing,
Same organizations.
But then you get to the point where you think, well, what do you even do? What do you even do then? Well, I don't know, but I mean, I don't. Other than
pay attention,
just pay attention, yeah,
and don't try not to be deceived,
yeah,
and know the Word of God.
Amen, amen.
So that there's your roadmap. There's the key and the roadmap. Well, the NFL football season kicked off last night with the Philadelphia Eagles beating the Dallas Cowboys 24-20. Tonight, over in Brazil, you have the Kansas City Chiefs playing the Los Angeles Chargers. What do you think about any type of security for those American football players in Brazil?
Oh, they probably need some security, I guess.
I mean, if somebody blew a bomb up on that thing
that'd be
and killed
unfortunate.
a bunch of NFL players in this country, you'd be talking about a whole lot of folks weren't ready to go to war.
Yeah, and that's so silly.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, that's.
You think that I'm teasing, but I'm
no,
not
you're right, and it's definitely something.
That's
definitely something.
I don't think I'd be playing a whole lot of football in Brazil, Mexico City, London, or Frankfurt, Germany, like they have been for the last 5 years.
No.
They play 1 or 2 games a year over there trying to get into the international global market. Nobody's happy with where they live and the money they're making. It's
I know
always
it.
got to expand.
Yeah.
Always got to go to a globalization.
I don't know if it's going to catch on, man. I mean,
Well, it's certainly not the world's football.
No,
That's soccer.
I'm sure they got leagues and stuff in all these other countries, of course.
They prop them up by the NFL that's invested money in those countries for little youth programs, just like the Chinese and other intelligence agencies from other countries have come into our country and they have promoted our youth. And as they grow up, they're mentally conditioned.
Yeah.
So it's no different than what we're doing with youth sports around the world with what they're doing, manipulating our youth here.
Yeah, I get that.
Anyways, great Friday. I hope you guys have a great weekend. We got a weekend full of football. Tune in to next Thursday to Fee's Sports Ball with Sir Isaac the Guru. And trust me, we got Manly Mark coming up in Midday Madness here in about an hour. And then tonight, you got Night with Phee at the beginning of the weekend, where I hope everybody has a great weekend out there, enjoys life, stays safe. And Mark, what do you have to say to our audience on a Friday?
Have a good week.